Hello, my name is Michael Morley, and I'm here to review Damien Leon's Terrifier 3. With the return of David Howard Thornton playing Art the Clown, he is yet to terrorize a bunch of poor people who cross his path. This one is set around Christmas. It is set 5 years after the events of Terrifier 2. We see the return of the survivors who had survived the second movie. You either like these sort of movies or you don't. You know exactly what kind of movie you are getting when you walk into this movie if you've seen the first two films. You know what you're getting. It's a horror fest. It is blood, guts, people being torn in half, people being chainsawed. Art the Clown will kill anyone. Okay, he kills anyone. It doesn't matter with him. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're a good person, if you're a bad person, whatever. Art the Clown's just gonna fucking kill you. That's him. That's him. And he doesn't say anything. He's like a mime that does these things. He's like a child playing with toys when he kills people. It's got to be one of the most gruesome and funny, funny movie. How do you say that a movie like this is gruesome, disgusting, but funny at the same time? It is definitely dark comedy. There is funny dark comedy all over this movie. The kills. There are moments where some of the characters are just... You're kind of just rooting for Art the Clown with some of these characters to die. You just want Art the Clown to kill them. The way he kills them can be the most hilarious but most dark way to go. But at the same time, you're like, ooh, and feeling grossed out by violence, but you're laughing at the same time because it's just ridiculous. And the way Art the Clown, he is like a funny character that just thinks it's funny, and he's like a child doing this while he's killing them. And it's hard to keep a straight face because it's so ridiculous and funny and gruesome at the same time. It's very interesting in how you see the audience just reacting to it, and they're just like, oh, and they're laughing and grossed out at the same time. And David Howard Thornton, man, he really is he is becoming one of the greats of the horror greats of those names like Robert Englund and Tobin Bell, Bill Moseley, Sid Haig. He's in that conversation with those legendary actors who play those bad characters. They play those scary characters. Art the Clown is definitely becoming an iconic killer, being part of that lineup with Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Pinhead. He's in that conversation. He's in that list. And each film has been consistently getting better. The first one was only made for like barely $1 million. I think it was only made for like a few $100,000 or at least $100,000 or less for that movie to be made into a film. And it came out and it made shitloads of profit. And then the sequel came out, and then this one came out, and it just seems to grow. The box office for these movies get bigger and bigger, and the budget gets a little bit bigger each movie, and you can just tell that it sort of reminded me of Evil Dead. The first Evil Dead was made for like a very small budget, and because it became so successful, Evil Dead 2 was pretty much a carbon copy of the first movie, but just with a bigger budget. And you can just tell that Damien Leon has just been given more things and more opportunities and more money. You can just tell it's improved, it's getting better. Each sequel is better than the last, and I would say this is probably better than the second one. And everyone was saying that the second one was better than the first one. I can't really fault this movie because I know what they were aiming for when they made this movie. You cannot fault a movie like this because it knows exactly what it's trying to be. It's gruesome, it's dark, it's funny, it's a dark comedy. If you can't handle this type of movie, then don't watch it. If you haven't seen the first two, you're going to be like, what the hell is this? You have to get with the story. You have to get with the group. You have to be a team player to understand what this kind of movie is and what this franchise is. I just had such a fun time watching this. I loved it. I even dressed up as Art the Clown. I even went into the cinema and actually dressed up as Art the Clown and watched it the whole way through wearing the outfit. 10 out of 10.